Hi, welcome back to my channel if you're new. My name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. You are looking at my Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette collection right now because we're going to do a depotting video on these. So in light of some unsavory things that Juvia's Place had posted over on Instagram, I'm just not super comfortable like showcasing them or having all of these palettes, and I've been kind of toying with the idea of depotting these for quite a while, so the fact that they've kind of said some shady stuff has lit a fire under my behind. So I'm just going to show you guys what palettes I have that I'm going to be depotting before we kind of get into things. I'm very thankful that Haley did send me the Nomad palette. Thank you so much, but it's going to get demolished. Not in terms of the eyeshadows, but just the packaging itself. But I'm thankful that some of these palettes do have the 26mm pan, but the vast majority of them, from the Nomad until after the end of the palettes themselves, they're all super large pans, so I'm going to be depotting them in this video, doing a small declutter, and then I've already done it, but I didn't film it. I did actually repan all of those into 26mm pans so they fit into my single collection easier. If you did watch my project Level Up, you would know that the Saharan 2 was my level 1 project, or my level 1 palette for the Level Up project pan, started by Sophie Alexandra. So because we're going to depot the shades out of it, and there are a couple shadows that we did declutter, I did declutter from them after this video that you'll see. We're not going to be doing the Level Up challenge with them. I will use the shades that I still have in that project with the goal to use them all one time, but then we're going to just switch the focus to the other palette, and I'm very thankful that I rolled 2 palettes into that project. So I just want to say, while you watch me slice off the packaging from the Nubian palette, be careful. If you're going to be doing something like this, be cognizant of the tools, the sharpness, and everything like that. If you are uncomfortable using a sharp tool like that, I definitely recommend either grabbing a parent, a friend, a loved one, a spouse, a partner, anything like that. Always slice away from you, never slice towards you, and then just be careful. Like, don't be ridiculous and like carefree with it. Like, this is a sharp object that you can really hurt yourself with. So I hope you guys are going to stay healthy, sane, and safe and enjoy the video. But I'm going to stop talking and let you guys listen to just some soft music while I speed up the footage, because there's a lot going on in this video. So thank you guys so much. I think at the very end of the video I do talk a little bit, so I'll catch you guys at the tail end. Bye. So I just wanted to let you guys know that Juvia's Place pans are not magnetic. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the labels on as a preliminary exercise because my plan is to actually declutter a lot of these. So I want to know what shade it is, but I don't necessarily need magnets on it because if I'm going to declutter anything, I don't want to waste the magnets in the pans. So I'm just labeling them all, that way I know what they are, but not everything is staying, and these are not magnetic. I want to reiterate, they're not magnetic. All right, we did it. We depotted all of my Juvia's Place eyeshadows. I do have two like floater shades up here, and I kind of want to declutter this a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch some stuff, and I'm going to just declutter. Like, there's no reason I need this brown here, this brown here, this brown here, kind of thing. So I'm just gonna do some comparison swatches of just my Juvia's Place right now, and then I might venture into my full singles collection and declutter that way. But I've noticed that there is quite a few duplicate shadows just in and of this itself. Like even this orange, you can't see it, this orange here looks super similar to this here. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm just gonna start swatching some stuff and see what I am comfortable purging. Because well, right off the bat, I know I'm gonna be good at purging this. I feel kind of bad because there's pan in it, but I don't need a super dark brown like this. I just don't. Yeah, I'm also gonna purge. I know for sure this is going. I hate this shadow. I guess maybe we are just gonna do it this way. I don't really like this shade here either, so this is gonna go. Yeah, and now I think I am gonna swatch some stuff. Those were just like my immediate, like I knew I wasn't huge on them, so they could just depart without me like being too upset about it. Yeah, I'm gonna swatch some stuff. I'll be right back. Well, like for instance, there's no reason I need two black eyeshadows, so I'm gonna figure out which one's better. And these aren't even like, I have black eyeshadows in my collection. These are just, you know, I say that, I have some ColourPop ones that are like, you can depot them, so I don't need either of these. So these are gonna go. Technically, I really just wanted them to fit, but I do have more shadows in a small palette that were in here that I moved to house these to show them. So, ooh. Those are all in here. And obviously there's a lot of like similar shadows. So I'm gonna just really, I'm gonna declutter this. Let me stop talking. I'm gonna section this into groups and go that way. Okay, I don't know how to organize this a better way right now. Goodness gracious. I have so many like shimmers in this palette still. Ooh. Maybe we should just do shimmers last or after this. Okay, like I mentioned, these shades from the Nomad palette are gonna stay, but they're gonna be like reference shadows over here, because I want to see if there's anything that like is relatively the same that I can part with, and we're gonna go that way. Cool. It annoys me that there's like 3 different size pans of eyeshadow though that Juvia's Place has. They have the large ones, apparently a mid-size one, and then a smaller one. Why? Let me just start with these ones first. So these are like my mid-tone browns. We have a shadow from the Warrior 2, the Nubian 3, and the Saharan. These two are for sure super, super similar. I don't think anything's gonna be quite similar to this guy from the Warrior 2 palette, but I think these two shadows are gonna be virtually identical. So it's gonna just be a matter of preference. Ooh. Oh my gosh, they're so similar. I like this bottom one more than this middle one. The bottom one is Katsina, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep Katsina and get rid of the Nubian shade number 3. I just don't need it, but I am gonna keep the shadow from the Warrior 2 palette. That is Kana, so that's gonna stay at least. Okay. Then these orangey tones, I don't have a whole heck of a lot of them, and this one I'm keeping because it's from my Nubian, or my Nomad palette, excuse me, but I will swatch and compare it to these other two just to make sure they're not the same. So this is the Zulu Shadow, shade number 1, yeah. So much brighter. It's probably gonna be hard to tell in the camera just because I'm filming it in my basement and I have a lot of yellow recessed lighting down here, so the lighting's probably not gonna be great. I'm gonna swatch this on top of the other one. Oh, they're all different. They're all different. I can justify having all of them because they're different tones. Realistically, I probably should get rid of this, but I don't want to. I am gonna compare them real quick to like this shadow here just to make sure it's not too much the same. Those I feel like are super similar. I don't really need this one. This is from the Warrior 2. This is Zama. I'm gonna get rid of that. So much, it's super similar to Jamila, which was that guy, and it has pan in it, so I'd rather keep the one that has pan in it. It's like they're different but the same. I'm gonna swatch it with this guy as well. I love this kind of color so much. It's very similar to this guy though, isn't it? No, they're lighter. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but this one is definitely darker, so I'm gonna keep that one. Okay, I can justify all of these. So let me swatch you though real quick just to make sure. That's like a neon. You won't be able to tell in camera, but that's like essentially a neon. This shade Sakoto or from the Warrior, the Saharan palette. All winners. We got rid of one though, that's always good. I feel like these all look different, at least in camera. Yeah, those are all just different, so I'm gonna keep them all. I'm gonna compare these two because they look super, super similar. And if one's similar enough, I don't need to keep both of them. I'm gonna say that was this guy. Yeah. I like it because of the name is Walzana, and for some reason it just always makes me think of walnuts, and I don't know why that's like funny to me. I don't need to keep it, but I'm going to keep it. Not great on my part. No, I need to declutter it. It's fine. I don't need it. I have so many other dark cool tone browns. I don't need that one. All right, these are all different, so I'm gonna keep all of them. My camera battery might die when I'm doing this, so if it does, you'll see me when it's all organized, and then we can go from there. It's like general organized, not like actually like well organized. We'll just do general color families. All right, let me grab my battery. I'm gonna start with this easy category because there's not that much, and the only real two that are similar are these two, and realistically I should get rid of one, but this is like one of my all-time favorite colors, so I'm not going to. But I will humor and swatch these all out. These two shadows in particular, I think I have dupes from my, was it the Masquerade palette? I might have like the exact same shadows as these, but in like repanned, like I took them from the large pans and put them in the smaller pans. So I might have dupes of those two. So I want to do like a full singles declutter after like this. Maybe not today filming it because my hands are raw, but I do want to do that as well. So I'll just do this so I can get an idea of the order and everything. This shadow has like the longest name ever. They're different enough for me. One's more warm, one's cooler. I'm cool with keeping them all until I figure out if I have the same shadow in these. I definitely have similar shadows already of these, but I don't care. All right, I can tell you right now that I'm gonna keep Wadabi, I'm gonna keep Iman, and I don't know what else. Oh, I was gonna keep Marrakesh and Aziza because these are such beautiful eyeshadows, so unbelievably beautiful. Very clearly, Juvia's Place had a lot of the similar kind of pinky brown in a lot of the palettes that I had, namely the Saharan and the Nubian one. So we're gonna just, I'm like struggling with how I wanna do this. They definitely are different, but it's like a sea of the same kind of hue at different varying levels of saturation. So it's hard for me to like distinguish what I really want to do. So I think maybe we'll just start somewhere. We're gonna start somewhere. We're gonna just swatch things. Just gonna push them off to the side in like a order that makes me think of how these are swatched. Ooh, this is super creamy. It's like really creamy. Oh my goodness. Like those are super similar. I mean, all of them are super similar. I know I won't reach for this one. I don't reach for these kind of like warm toned coppers. I don't like them on me. I think that make me look sick. So I'm gonna declutter that. That's easy for me. I just do one of these. Wow, look at that. Oh, that helps me kind of see the difference between these two. I have a feeling I don't want this one either. Yeah, those are super similar. These are the same shadow. It's too similar to this, and I prefer how this felt. It's just super, super creamy and luxurious. So this is gonna go. Out of these two, I think I wanna keep this one versus this one. Yeah, I'm gonna part with this one. Similar, similar, similar. Like all these look the same to me, so we'll just go with these first. I'm gonna swatch this again, just to make sure nothing overlaps. I like the super creamy formula from Juvia's Place because you can essentially get such a small swatch and it extends so far on the hand, which I really appreciate. Okay, these two are super similar, and I definitely prefer the color of this to this one. So I'm gonna put that off. That's gonna be like a maybe, because I don't know, because it felt so good on the hand. It felt so creamy. So we'll do this first for right now. I'm gonna leave it in little, whatever. I prefer this one to this one because this one has sparkle in it. But I don't like that color a whole lot. You know, I'm gonna just part with both of them. These all, except on the part, like this one doesn't look the same, but like all of these look the same to me. Ugh. Especially from the angle I'm sitting at. Yikes. I have a feeling I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep this one, so let me just swatch it for a reference. It's a super, super blinding, like, inner corner shade. I love that. That's like a gold pink duochrome, and I know this is also a gold pink duochrome, so I'm gonna swatch that next to it. I definitely prefer this one. She's going. Maybe. I'm so torn. I'm so torn. Okay, let me continue on this swatching and then we'll decide then. I keep saying that and then keep wanting to like declutter, but I don't have the gumption to just do it. Okay, I have decided I don't need both of these. And I don't need both of these. I'm gonna get rid of this one only because I think the MAC pigment in Rose looks very similar and I don't need to have a pan of it when I have a loose eyeshadow of it. So that is my decision on that. Now these two, oh man, I really don't think I want either of them. So that's what I'm gonna keep out of those. My hands are super, super sparkly still from all of these swatches. That's nice. This is a super unique shadow though, and I like it. It's like a duochrome, like cream to pink, like champagne to pink. It's super pretty. I know I'm keeping that one. Also, I know I'm gonna keep this one. This is Paw Tart from the Deuce palette. It's so blinding, it's so pretty. The Puffs from the Deuce palette. Iman. Now I feel like I probably could get rid of Iman, but Oh, those are so pretty. Oh my gosh. That has me like super craving to wear more duochrome eyeshadows, like soft duochrome eyeshadows. I really like that kind of shade. I know I'm gonna keep all these three, but I will swatch them out just for reference. But I do want to swatch these Nomad shades because I've never used them. Now I totally think I could part with this one, but I kind of want to at least give it a try. I want to try it out. This shadow's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And together, ooh, actually that would be really pretty. I know I'm gonna keep them. It's fine. All of these also, these are like some of my all-time favorite shadows from the brand. So first is Wodabi, which, oh, this is such a pretty like dirty olive or dirty gold. I love that shadow so much. We have Aziza over here. Another super pretty duochrome like white gold. And then this is Marrakesh, which is like a super pretty peach orange gold. Oh, I love that shadow. One of my all-time favorite shadows in my collection are like, I love them so much. These three are so pretty. Definitely my favorite from the brand are these. Man, my fingers are so gross. All right, so this is what I'm keeping so far. I feel like I need to whittle this down a little bit more. I feel like if I got rid of 4 from here, 1 from this size, I would feel very happy. Do I really need all of these? And like these and these. Ugh, I'm so torn. I am not sure. I'm not sure. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. This is what I whittled my collection down to. These are now my remaining Juvia's Place eyeshadows. I'm very happy to have gotten the packaging and all of that out of the way. Now I don't have to kind of him and haw surrounding the brand after they've said some unsavory things over on their Instagram that I cannot stand behind and I cannot support them anymore. So these are the eyeshadows that are currently going to stay. And then these are all going. Definitely not like half or anything like that, but I'm proud of myself for whittling it down to a amount that easily fits inside of one of these, as well as there's room to put the ones that I took out of it initially. So I have room to put those ones back, which is always super good. So yeah, I'm gonna probably film a comparison or like a swatch video or something of the sort, decluttering from my whole collection. And then after I whittle down that, because I'm not gonna waste my time repanning these large pans into this size pan if I'm not gonna keep them. So I'm gonna figure out which ones I actually wanna get rid of and which ones I actually wanna keep, and then we will repan them at that point. Let me know if you guys do any repotting or repanning or rehoming or depotting of your palettes. I definitely like to. This has whittled down 6, 7 of like palettes to like one large palette, and now I have an easier time reaching for individual shadows when I do my BYOPs. So I don't foresee me not getting use out of these shadows. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys. I hope you guys are staying healthy, sane, and safe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.